Good morning, North Posey. Welcome back to another broadcast of MPTV. I'm Reagan Fortune.
And I'm Maggie McCutcheon.
At this time, we'd like you all to stand for a moment of silence. Now please join us in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome to our Merica broadcast. We have a little game for you today. Count how many American flags you see in today's episode. The first person to email Mrs. McCutcheon the correct answer will win a very special prize.
Tuesday is Election Day. Anyone 18 and up, please make sure to get out and vote, and encourage others to do so as well.
Friday is Veterans Day. We want to say thank you to the brave men and women who serve and who have served for our country. And a special thanks to Mr. Weiniger, Ms. Schapker, and Mr. Stone. If you see them in the hallway, please be sure to say thank you.
Congratulations to our Spell Bowl team for winning area. We had 5 perfect spellers. On Tuesday next week, there will be a HOSA meeting at 7:30 a.m. On Wednesday, we will be on club schedule. There will also be a student council meeting at 7:15 in the auditorium. And on Thursday, there's an FCA meeting at 7:30 in the auditorium.
Seniors, need help completing the FAFSA? College Goals Sunday is this Sunday at 2 o'clock at Ivy Tech. Local FAFSA experts from USI, Ivy Tech, and UE will be on hand to assist. If you have created a FSA ID, take that with you as well as the 2021 taxes and W-2s. Email Mrs. Rose with questions.
Now sending it over to Cajun Katie with a look at sports.
Good morning, North Posey. I'm Cage.
And I'm Katie. It's been a while since we've been on air, so let's catch up on some sectional results.
Girls soccer sadly lost to Forest Park in the first round of sectionals. Reagan Kessler was named to the All-PAC first team, and Aubrey Branson was named to the second.
Congrats, ladies. Boys soccer also lost the first round of sectionals to Wood Memorial.
Cross country had a great season with 3 of their members making it past sectionals and advancing to regionals. Cade Beaker, Gavin Wheeler, and Evan Tooley advanced as individuals to regionals, and the girls team placed 3rd in sectionals.
Ellie Jo Johnson, Olivia Eshe, and Gavin Wheeler advanced to semi-state. At semi-state, they all did a great job and finished top 65 out of almost 200 runners.
Volleyball had a great season, winning back-to-back sectional title this year. They advanced to regionals at Mitchell, but lost in a hard-fought game against Browns County.
Football has won the past 2 sectional games versus Forest Park and Paoli. They play in the sectional championship tonight against Mater Dei at the Wrights Bowl. Good luck tonight, boys.
Now sending it over to weather with Josh and Vince.
Good morning, North Posey, and welcome back to the best segment of the broadcast, where we tell you the fate of the weekend. And this weekend's looking pretty nice.
That means the game night is looking to be perfect ball game as far as the weather goes, but make sure you bring a sweatshirt just in case. Now here is Vince with the forecast.
Today, it's going to be partly cloudy, the high of 79 and the low of 61, so it's a perfect game. And Saturday, it will be cloudy with rain developing in the afternoon, the high of 67 dropping to 45. On Sunday, it will be sunny with a high of 72 and the low of 47. Then finally on Monday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 74 and the low of 53. Now sending over to the entertainment corner.
This year, North Posey has implemented a We the People program for high school seniors in advanced government. This is a contest where students in 6 various units compete in a mock congressional setting. The teams have 4 minutes to give a prepared speech with 6 minutes remaining for follow-up questions based off their speech. And although they compete as individual units, their scores combine to make 1 score for the entire team. To give us a little bit more information about We the People is the team's advisor, Mr. Kirkman. Thanks for coming to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So what would you say is your favorite part about coaching We the People?
I think civic education is a big deal, and the only way this system works is when people participate, and I love the idea of kids getting involved in this and really getting into the system of government that we have.
That's awesome. What are the key differences between coaching at the middle school level versus the high school level?
Much more opinionated kids. 4 years of life experience, and the kids have much more entrenched opinions.
Definitely. And why should future students consider joining the class?
If you're into any kind of pre-law or if you're into history, this is a great class because it's a deep dive into all that.
Awesome. Thanks. Now to introduce this year's team. For Unit 1, we have Brooklyn Getty, Gavin Wheeler, and Caleb Moreland. Unit 2, Jacob Downey, Allison Workmeister, and Audrey Getz. Unit 3, Emma Moore, Kyle Mays, and Paige Schmalberger. Unit 4, Libby Meyer, Gavin Wheeler, and Dharma Fribley. Unit 5, Reagan Kester, Faith Curry, and Maddie Olander. And Unit 6, Dharma Fribley, Luke Scheller, and Molly Cyber. So, here to show us what an example of what a typical mock congressional hearing looks like is Gavin Wheeler and our very own advisor, Mr. Kirkman. Thanks for being here, Gavin.
Thank you.
So, to start off, what branch of government do you feel is the most powerful?
I would say in today's society, the executive branch is the most powerful due to the expansion of presidential power. For example, executive orders and executive agreements have expanded throughout the years. Although those aren't enumerated in the Constitution, those have expanded. For example, President Obama had the DACA executive orders, and President Trump had the border wall executive orders.
It's a good answer, but I would disagree. I think the Supreme Court in today's world is the most powerful branch because as soon as we have constitutional questions, we run to the Supreme Court. And it's very hard to overturn a Supreme Court decision.
All right. What amendment do you feel is the most important?
I would say the First Amendment is the key to all amendments because it's the freedom of speech. Without free speech, there's no free society. So none of the other amendments could have taken place without the First Amendment.
Just piggybacking on that a little bit, within the First Amendment, I would add the religious freedom clause within the First Amendment allows for a more diverse society and a peaceful society within this country.
Okay, and lastly, do you think there are any other duties that citizens have other than voting?
I would argue serving on a jury, which I know Mr. Nance did 2 years ago, is a big deal because it's a protection against government and it's a way for you to participate in your government.
I would argue that education is the most important civic duty because it shows that people are getting involved and actually learning and training for that civic education to participate.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys for giving us a little inside look at what the We the People program is really like. And we'd like to wish the team good luck next week as they compete Wednesday at UE for their area competition. Way to make North Posey proud through your hard work and dedication. Also, a special shout out to Mr. Kirkman for all the extra hours he's put in to make this program a success from the ground up. And we can't forget the team's biggest supporter, little Parker Kirkman. Now sending it over to Ian and Katie.
Welcome back to Ian's segment. Today, Ian has some jokes for us.
What do you call a bee made in America?
I don't know. What do you call a bee made in America?
A USB drive.
Why aren't there any knock-knock jokes in America, Ian?
Because freedom rings.
That's pretty good.
What did the flag do when it lost its voice?
When the flag lost its voice? I don't know. What did it do?
Nothing. It just waved.
Thanks so much for the jokes, Ian. Now over to Tad with a little history lesson.
This man is Frank Walter. He followed a van here from Kentucky. He didn't buy a ticket, but that's okay because 200,000 other people here didn't buy one either. Hello, Vikings. Welcome to the Erie Canal Soda Pop Festival right here on Bull Island, the little sandbar outside of Griffin. That's right, Griffin, the one in Posey County. It's hosting the biggest festival since Woodstock. How's your 1972 going? Great. You a little thirsty, Frank? Hungry? Sucks to be you. They keep robbing every food truck that shows up. The last one that showed up was looted and burned. And security can't maintain the looters because there are only 3 cops here. We're descending into mania, lol. Can't even drive home because traffic is backed up for 20 miles. Hey, do you hear that thunder? Oh, it's raining now. Dope. It sucks that Black Sabbath isn't performing here now, but heck, at least we have canned heat. Did you hear about those people that got so hungry they killed a farmer's cow for food? But they didn't even have it, they couldn't eat it because they had no means of butchering it. Oh man.
I'm so hungry, I could eat anything. I see a squirrel over there, and it's looking quite appetizing. Come hither! I want to go home, but I just can't stop grooving.
That's right, Frank. Keep grooving on, brother. Hey, do you see those 3 people swimming in the Wabash?
Yeah, why haven't any of them come back up yet?
They're just evolving, Frank. They're just evolving.
Stop. You didn't save those people from drowning. You're under arrest.
Now sending it over to you, Braylon.
I'm using those words against you in court.
Oh my gosh, what have we just witnessed? Well, in honor of our Merica special, we are highlighting our own Viking nation. You may have just thought that was a chant in the student section, but we are showcasing the literal Viking nation.
You're right. It's one of those places you truly can't picture until you see it for yourself.
So let's take a tour of our famous landmarks around the nation.
First off, we have a postcard of one of our landmarks from St. Louis. Our teachers are having a blast just moments before motion sickness and dizziness on the fan favorite Gateway Arch roller coaster. Mr. Walden is so scared that his beard fell off.
That looks like so much fun, and it looks dangerous, and I might not want to ride that because it looks like fun.
Next, let's take a closer look at Mount Viking Moor, where we have some of our favorite teacher coaches.
This is beautiful, simply beautiful. I have a picture of this on my wall. 10 out of 10 recommend visiting Mount Viking Moor. The people who engraved their faces took 15 years to do each face. That doesn't add up because Mr. Cox was in elementary school 15 years ago, but apparently they got a head start.
I would agree, it is immaculate scenery. Next on the list of our famous landmarks is the statue of MacMunn.
Mr. MacMunn, one of the smartest legends in Viking Nation, just got a statue built to represent freedom in our country. Why is Mr. MacMunn on this statue? Because he is a man of freedom.
Last but not least, we have Mr. White's house. And I mean, look at this place. This is incredible.
I absolutely agree. Mr. White is a national celebrity, so please don't go to his mansion and bother him because he has a stressful job and he will yell, "Get off my lawn," as he gets out his broken tennis racket and chases you with it until you are off his lawn.
So, if anyone wants to check out these landmarks, just head on over to Viking Nation.
Thanks for tuning in to another NPTV broadcast. Good luck to our football team tonight. Go win it all. And from Vegas, signing off.